Hey everyone, I'm Mike Hayward, and I just want to share an event that happened in my life. I was diagnosed with cancer in 2018, and I didn't have any symptoms at all. But God was telling me and other people that I needed to take care of this, and He got a lot of people involved, friends and neighbors, and our church started praying really hard because I had no symptoms. It was just my shoulder was hurting me one day, and had an x-ray, and they found a mass on my lung. And then from there, doctors started getting involved, and God was leading them on as well. I started my working career in the heavy equipment field, and at the time it was only like $3.90 an hour. And I knew the oil fields were making more money, so my dad knew some people that I could ask if I can get in, and we asked, and I was able to get in on the oil fields, and I worked there for 30 years. Had so many good things happen and a lot of bad things happen. I have a lot of hobbies, and a lot of the things that I love to do is to hunt and fish and camp. For 14 years, I was a club cyclist where I was putting in 165 miles a week, which I believe that helped me on my lung capacity situation for my surgery. As you can see, I don't need oxygen with one lung. And my lung has expanded so much that my heart is underneath my armpit, and the lung has completely taken over that whole side, and I got 97% oxygen rate, and give praise to the Lord on that. Along with my cycling, it helped me get through all this. My family I'm the first one born out of England. My mom and dad and brothers and sisters were all during the duration of the war, World War II. And my dad grew up with Winston Churchill, and he basically recruited him into the MI5 because of his photographic memory. He ended up working with the French underground, making 17 landings on Normandy Beach before D-Day. I owe a lot to my dad because the stories that he had, just of faith and trusting God and keeping the Bible in his top pocket. And, so many stories with him, with ships being blown out underneath and him on a raft for days. And so in 1979, me and my wife got married, so we've been together 44 years now. We have one child who has 2 boys, our grandsons. That is a blessing to us. When they moved up here, we decided to follow, since they're our only grandkids and family. And we moved up from Huntington Beach. I gotta say, I miss my ocean. So I love to ocean fish and surf, but God was calling us up this direction to just be with family and help them out. And then God directed us to this church, which was such a perfect fit compared to our other church. And I'm just loving how God is moving in a good direction. Lighthouse, we seem to be growing here, and it's all good. Well, when I did find out cancer, like I said, there was no symptoms. Just my left shoulder was hurting me, and my doctor said, well, let's get an x-ray. And the x-ray showed a mass on my lung. And so from there, they did a couple biopsies. One was going through my throat for an internal biopsy, and the other one is an external biopsy. And from there, they decided to do 2 separate lobe removals. The first one was in June of 19, and they removed that in Boise. The decision to do one at a time was to so I could do chemo. Leaving one lung in was so that I'd have a better chance at surviving the second surgery. So the second surgery was in December of 19, and they removed my last lobe. I was in the hospital for 5 days, started recovering, and just been doing really good from then on. It's really amazing how God has just been healing me and just using this opportunity to be able to talk to others about cancer and just how the Lord's been working in my life. When you're put into this situation, you really just kind of, why me at it comes across. It's so easy to put yourself down in the dumps, but God just kept telling me I'm with you through all this. Don't focus on the storm, focus on me, because God's the one who carries you through it. And it's really amazing just after all this process how God has been giving me opportunities to share in different areas. Even with doctors, first-time doctors that see my x-rays, that how big my lung is and how my heart's been pushed over into my armpit and how can I be walking around without oxygen? And I said, only God can do this. He is my strength. Yeah, you can really just allow yourself to be down and out, but no, got to keep fighting. My dad always said to put one foot in front of the other, pray and keep fighting. And that's the attitude he's put into me, and that's where I'm at. Yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to put your faith in Jesus, to know through each storm and valley that he's the one who's going to carry you through it all. And just praise him for all these things, just not the small things, but everything, because he's the one who has gotten me through all this. And we just want to be so thankful during this Thanksgiving holiday, because this is what we live for.